why we decided to start a bonsai nursery in South Africa is that we were kind of dissatisfied with the whole idea of just sticks in pots and call it a bonsai, say like a tree in a pot, and it could be whatever soil. So normally just from nursery bags, just straight into a pot. And it wasn't reflecting like what we saw in magazines and on YouTube, like these ancient trees that was dug out from the mountains or that's been grown from in fields in Japan and put into pots, say over 40 or 60 years. And we never saw that being represented in the country. So me and Bonga, having worked together in like a creative industry prior, so as I pursued bonsai as a hobby, I had this idea of always salvaging plants and never killing any shrubs or trees and trying to transplant it or get it into a pot. So the idea of a nursery developed, and then we decided like rather late than never, and so me and Bonga decided to pursue to grow bonsai on the same standards as Eastern Asia and the Northern Hemisphere. So from seed and whatever collected materials we had or local resources, we started just accumulating and propagating, knowing that maybe in 5 to 7 years' time we can have a standard of bonsai that is equal to other countries and not from a development standpoint. So we like to develop trees and wire trees and try and pursue the art at the highest level. And we thought like that could really create a new market in Africa and say in the country of South Africa. So yeah, and we're very fortunate with with good climatic temperate conditions, that we're able to grow the same type of species that they grow in temperate climates, like across the Northern Hemisphere, all types of junipers, all types of pines and deciduous trees. And we're very happy that we found this art. It's a great joy, brings joy to us every day, or to myself at least.
Okay, why we started having a bonsai nursery here in South Africa, we felt like we had to get an opportunity for us to learn as well from the trees that we had to import from Asia. So we did go to Asia just to learn from their side as well, what they have, species that they have, how they work on them, so that we know when we already have those species there on this side, we know what to do with them. And we found that there is an opportunity for us to learn here more than from other nurseries that are local to us. Because when you go to local nurseries, we don't always find what we wanted to work on, the kind of material, you know. So that made us hungry for more, you know. So we had to get all these other trees from other nurseries that we couldn't get, you know. So that made an opportunity, especially for me, to learn from those trees that we work on. Yeah, we've been using some of the techniques in propagating, as cuttings to air layers, grafting, graft most of the trees.
So some of the methods that we use here at the nursery to generate material can be anything from, say, urban dory, with changing the foliage by grafting, and we always on the outlook for interesting varieties within species, and we do propagate from cuttings, some things that we've grown from seed. And we also try and import species whenever we can, if it's going to take too long and we don't have that type of material on hand. So it ranges from all the standard nursery operations for propagating and also importing, and we also try and support local growers to encourage them to grow on like a distributed field. Say if they grow trees in the back of their home, if it's like putucarpus or pines or maples, whatever it might be, we like to buy those trees from these people to support them and encourage their hobby, and then we develop it further ourselves and to eventually make that available for the market. So what's next for Plantlife is we're finally kind of ready to open our gates commercially, so we can operate by appointment only, so anyone is welcome to come and visit the garden, and then you can also be on the lookout for collaborations, say in different cities. Cape Town is the closest. We are looking to collaborate with some people in the arts, say graffiti and fine art, and just some local fashion stores for pop-up exhibitions throughout the city. Yeah, so follow us on Instagram and stay in the loop.